Did I just write the song of the summer?
Fuck! Oh my god! What is going on? Holy shit!
If I didn't have a bath, I don't think I could bear it. There's barely room for me, so I don't think we can share it.
Good job. Is your tail sticking out the top? Art.
We're back with Melon Be Smellin', and today Melon will be smelling a watermelon cube. Oh, Melon does not like what she be smelling.
You know what I thought would be cool? What if we started a trend where we show our clouds where we live? I think that's really cool. These are my clouds right here. They're
Turn down for what? Yeah! What?
If I didn't have a bath, I don't think I could bear it. There's barely room for me.
No one else deserves a platform. I rate this an 11 out of 10. This is a very solid TikTok. Everyone should quit.
Every time I'm praying, she just wants to attack me. Like, please, for 2 seconds, just don't attack me, okay? Sister Minnie, when I am praying, don't attack me. I said save the biting for Iblis, ya sister. Haram. Haram. Haram to be Islamophobe.
Oh my god, he's bleeding out. We gotta take him quick. Take him where? To the what? ICU. You see me? Feels really good to be seen. Girl, what are you talking about? I'm saying we need to take him to the ICU. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I thought we were having a moment.
What you are about to witness is an ancient relic, an artifact of times long past, an application known as Vine. I was on there. I did not do well because my vines were really stupid, and I was also like 15, so here it is.
Bread sucks. Bread's not even good.
Thanks, Harpo.
Anna.
Yes.
Someone who is slowly but surely turning into an Animal Crossing character.
Yeah, so I was at the supermarket the other day. I saw my friend and I completely forgot his name. And I forgot his name completely. And it was so much. And then I was like, okay, sorry, I need to go. I
will cut you out there. I heard like gasps of recognition among the crew.
I bought this today. I didn't know this word licorice. I thought it was liquor rice, a kind of rice which tastes like liquor or can be used to make liquor, so I thought it must be tasty and sweet. I don't even know how to describe its flavor. It tastes like a kind of Chinese traditional medicine which is made of herbs. I feel like my soul is flying away from my body.
And who pulled the trigger? The baby. Your aunt is dead, but your uncle is also dead. The company had to let me go on account of all of the product that I kept eating. It's hard to work at a sawdust factory. Who? Her? No. What? Oh, I'm pregnant with my own baby. A talking dog? Oh, its opinions are mostly centrist. The coupon for Ross expired. And so will you. The car accident was fatal, but she survived. I lit the house on fire. There was a spider in the corner and I got scared. Eep! Drowning. More like drowning. Someone save her.
I'm aware that as someone who identifies as non-binary, I do not owe anybody androgyny. But how I crave it. I just want to be a pretty little handsome they them. I want bitches on the street to point at me and wonder, is that a boy or a girl? I want that! And I know it's weird, but shut the fuck up! I just hate it because I obviously very much present as a male, so that affects how everyone treats me in every aspect of my life. And I don't want that to be a factor, but it is. So yeah.
Do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do boo boo ba do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do ba do a do 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 a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do ba do.
Babe, you know I like my root beer. Sip. You're such a freak, Barbara. You're such a fucking freak. And not in like a good way, like in like a mental health institution way. You're weird. I don't understand why you love Berkshire beer so much. You're not even sponsored. I don't need to be sponsored to love them. Oh my god. What about A&W? Ass. Mug? Root beer float maybe, but otherwise ass. What is it about Barks? I don't know, silver can. What is it worth? I want a fucking root beer.
We're never going to find out who the culprit was, so there's no point in asking who it was. But somebody might have put too much washing powder in the washing machine. And now that person has to try and deal with the consequences. What are they? Delicates. All hygiene. Cotton. Drain and spin might work. Either that or I'm going to spin it and make more bubbles. I don't know. You might be saying just open it and mop it up. It's my mop beads that are in there. So my washing basket has holes, so that's out of the question. My mop bucket. I don't think this is going to work. Now for opening the door, do I go for a nice gentle treacle out or do I just go full blown tsunami? What do I do? Oh my god. It's just bubbles. I thought you were full of water. Oh my god, I was playing with the bubbles, I was playing with the bubbles, I was playing with the bubbles, I was playing with the bubbles.
Who wants to help me find the downy woodpecker nest? You ready? Let's go.
You can hear the babies. You hear that? They love these big, long, tall trees. They make for great nest cavities.
Who's ready to see some baby downy woodpeckers?
There it is. Oh my God. Just adorable.
How adorable is that? Fun fact about the downy woodpecker, it is the smallest woodpecker species in North America.
I'm obsessed with this sound. This sound on this keyboard. I love it. I'm so perplexed as to why they felt like they needed to add it. Right? And a whole octave as well. Like, and this one. That one might work in a song, right? Right? Fast, snappy, but not... I love this sound. But there's only one. And there's tons of... which I do not need. Okay? This is too laborious. And slow. There's a gastrointestinal distress there. Who is this man? What's wrong with him? It's fresh oysters on sale in a landlocked city. It's stabbing a giant in the night to steal his gold. It's walking through the forest and the only source of water is a pond that beavers go to the bathroom in. And it doesn't work with any beat, it's too slow. Oh yes, oh yes. Mama, massive. Oh gosh, hold tight. It's not exactly tapping toes in Ibiza, Spain.
The reason I think that Rick Riordan is a better author than J.K. Rowling is perfectly illustrated with how their respective heroes resolve their conflict at the end of their story. You see, after the defeat of Voldemort in Harry Potter, Harry takes no effort to reevaluate the systems in the magic world that allow Voldemort to rise in the first place. He doesn't even think about how easy it was for Voldemort to completely take over the Ministry of Magic and what that means for the system. Instead, he chooses to uphold that system in the later prologue by literally becoming a wizard cop, violently enforcing the system. In contrast, Percy Jackson, when he defeats Kronos, he's offered godhood from the Olympic gods, but denies it, instead opting to question the gods to their faces, telling them that the way they had been running Olympus and the way they had been running Camp Half-Blood had been the thing that had been directly led to the rise of Kronos, and that they should reevaluate those systems and completely change how they had been doing things in order to make sure it doesn't happen again.
I'm gonna go now.
This video may not be appropriate for children or other sensitive viewers. Welcome to Veronica's Word of the Day, or so, brought to you in part by the Oxford English Dictionary. Today is a special edition of the Word of the Day or so, where we'll be clearing up confusion between two words that are often seen as interchangeable. And in case you missed the Baby Boo's warning, these words are not for kids. Today's words are clusterfuck and shit show. A clusterfuck is defined as a disastrously mishandled situation or undertaking, whereas the Oxford English Dictionary defines a shit show as a situation or state of affairs characterized by chaos, confusion, or incompetence. The two words are very closely related but are not synonyms, in that a clusterfuck is a series of poor decisions that result in a shit show. Let me repeat that. A clusterfuck is the series of poor decisions that resulted in the shit show. Both words are very relevant, but we just want to be sure you're using them correctly. Thank you for watching this special edition of Veronica's Word of the Day, or so.
What is a topic that at any moment you could give like a 5-minute speech?
Alright, class, today we'll be talking about the fanfiction citrus scale. We're going to be starting off easy at level 1. Oranges. Oranges is hugging, it's kissing, it's light friendly touches. Nothing below the belt and the clothes stay on the whole time, okay? This is the equivalent to a G or a PG rating. We're coming over here to level 2. Limes. Limes is more PG-13. You might get some heavier petting, making out with tongue. It's a second base territory, if you will. Feeling each other up, maybe some oral, who knows? Alright, level 3. Everyone knows level 3. Say it with me now. Lemons! Lemons is R-rated, explicit sexual content. The clothes are coming off and there's no holds bar. And this is any kind of sexual content. P and V, V on V, P and B, you know, toys. Who knows? It's your lemonade stand. Pay what you wish. Alright, and you might think that's it, right? Can't get more graphic than that. Wrong. Grapefruits. Grapefruits is graphic to your wildest imaginations. It's so explicit that it can be anatomically incorrect or fanatical. Monster fuckers, I'm looking at you. It is so explicit that it gets kinky, BDSM, vor, you know, the Omegaverse kind of stuff, Ovapod.
Hey, me? Do you want some breakfast? I'm making some eggs. Do you know the dark history of the fork? Sometimes you scare me all the time. At one point, the fork was deemed immoral and unhygienic. Well, that's why we wash it with soap. See, the early forks were only 2 or 3 prongs, and they resembled the devil's pitchfork quite a bit. Yeah, people were pretty God-fearing back then. Well, they still are. Yeah, the first forks were used in the middle of the Byzantine Empire, which was between... You know this. Remember our history flashcards. 330 and 1453. That's right. Good. But although they were used, they weren't socially acceptable by the rest of the world until a sweet, syrupy dried fruit that was all the rage with the Renaissance Italians. Tomato sauce. Bingo. I do love a pasta. It's hard to eat spaghetti with your hands or a spoon. So they were willing to dance with the devil, baby. Wow. You learn something new every day. Yeah. So do you want breakfast or,
I posted on Twitter, I said, yo, I'm pro-choice for these reasons, whatnot, and I get trolled. A woman hits me with this comment. She said, what if Jesus was aborted? Man, that's as low as you can go in the pro-life game, right? But I'm a comedian, so I can go lower. So I naturally respond with, what if Osama bin Laden was aborted, right? She was not ready for that one. But she responds the next morning with, what if Osama bin Laden was aborted? You can't just pick and choose whoever you want to make your argument work. I said, well, now you get it. What's it gonna be? Are we gonna keep vote? She's like, I don't have to answer that question. I'm like, you asked me, what if Jesus was aborted? Play the game. Are we keeping both JC and Osama? What's the deal? She said, I'm pro-life, no abortion. I was like, respect, consistency. But goddamn, 9/11's on you now. She hits me back with, Jesus is Lord, all caps. I was like, damn, so you're gonna let the towers fall in the name of God. That's the same philosophy as Bin Laden. That's all I'm saying. You're not in good company. Here's where I credit her, because she responded with, I forgive you for this. Yeah, I said, sure, but never forget.
Welcome back to Good Band Name, Bad Band Name, the award-winning show where I tell you whether or not I think a band name is good or bad. Just a reminder, these decisions are based solely on my opinion, so you may not agree with some of them, but also I don't give a toot.
I don't give it to!
Radiohead, good band name. The Doors, bad band name. The Temptations, good band name. The Police is a bad band name, but Sting is a good high singer. Sex Pistols, good band name. Red Hot Chili Peppers, I thought this was a good band name in high school, but it's definitely a bad band name. Megadeth, great band name. Cream is a bad band name. It's a gross band name. In episode 1, I did say that BTS was a bad band name, but I've since learned that in Korean, it loosely translates to Bulletproof Boy Scouts, which is a sick-ass band name. So I changed my mind. I don't give it to.
I don't give it to!
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, incredible band name. Hoobastank, I think it takes courage to use the word stank sincerely in any context. This is a good band name. The Band. The decision to call your band The Band is hilarious. It's also insane. This is like Toyota releasing a new model called The Car. Listen to me. I don't care if they wrote Let It Be. Of course I'm grateful for Hey Jude, Blackbird, Sgt. Pepper's is a masterpiece. We know this. The Beatles spelled an animal's name wrong, and they tried to make a cute pun while they did it. The Beatles is a bad band name. I don't give it to.
I don't give it to! I don't give it to!
School lunch debt for students has become an issue here in the United States. How did that happen? Let's find out in our latest installment of 7 Degrees of Ronald Reagan, the game where we find a problem with the country and find out if Ronald Reagan was involved within 7 steps. Let's go! So the National School Lunch Program is supposed to provide free breakfast and free lunches for kids from low-income households. The problem is a lot of kids from low-income households are not eligible for the National School Lunch Program. So they end up racking up a debt with the school in unpaid lunches. It's gotten so bad that the national public school meal debt is at $262 million. That is an average of $170 per kid every year. So why are so many kids ineligible when it sounds like they should be? And the answer is Reagan. That's right, 1 degree, people. See, when the National School Lunch Program was passed by FDR, it was built upon in the next future administrations. The Eisenhower administration built upon it, the Nixon administration expanded it, but then 1981 came along and Ronald Reagan wanted to curtail government wasteful spending and cut the program by $1.5 billion. This resulted in them cutting back how many kids were eligible for the student lunch program. They also shrunk meal sizes. This is when ketchup was also declared a vegetable, because they were cutting back the size of lunches and the quality of food in them, and they still needed to meet the nutritional requirements, so ketchup became a vegetable. What resulted from this was a lot of private industry now getting involved in the student lunch program, pushing a lot of unhealthy food on kids, which led to childhood obesity rates rising. It set off a terrible chain reaction. So I guess this one only took 1 degree. Hit that follow button for more 7 Degrees of Ronald Reagan. And if you got a problem that you want to see us take a look at and see if Ronald Reagan was involved, throw it in the comments below.
Please tell me if I'm crazy or not. So like being a zombie is kind of hard. You know, like my boyfriend's also a zombie and like oftentimes we'll go on the hunt together, you know, like because it saves us a trip if we, you know, get dinner together sort of thing. And so we disembowel this guy, like absolutely rip out the innards. And I say to my boyfriend, like, if I make dinner, will you clean up the kitchen? And he says, yeah, sure. So, you know, I'm frying up this guy's corpus callosum because it's the juiciest part of the brain, obviously. And I'm like, I'm going to add some pig grease because it adds flavor. And so I add a little bit too much and the dish ignites, you know, and so I'm reaching for the lid. Like the lid to cover the pan, you know, because it's a grease fire. And so my boyfriend just takes a cup full of blood and throws it on the fire. Essentially, like, it just, the fire spreads, you know? And so I, like, quickly grab the pan covering and I cover it, you know, to smother the grease fire. But in the meantime, my boyfriend's yelling at me, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're so stupid. Like, the fire alarm would go off and then the fire department and police would come and then they would see what we did to this poor accountant. And I was like, I literally was already grabbing the lid. Like and so like he made it seem like it was my fault. Like I was all, so it's whatever. And so then we eat dinner and I'm like, I need to go to the bedroom to like take a nap and like collect my thoughts. Can you please clean up in the kitchen? He says yes. So I come downstairs for like a little snack, maybe some fingers, toes, I was gonna say giblets, but that's not the correct term. And we're out of forks. So I'm like, I go in the dishwasher and I open the dishwasher, my perfectly seasoned cast iron skillet in the dishwasher. I have told him time and time again, you don't, weaponized incompetence. I have told him, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Like I'm losing my mind and I didn't have one to begin with. Am I in the wrong here? Like are my feelings like invalid? Like please let me know.
My 25 female boyfriend, 25 male, keeps asking me to invest in his soup tube business idea, and I am not sure how to deal with it.
Soup tube?
Soup tube. Quick guess, what's soup tube, Erica?
soup in like Go-Gurt style.
Yeah, it's got to be Go-Gurt.
Okay, is that what you guys are both going with?
Yeah, I definitely got to go with
It's
Go-Gurt.
wrong. I just want you to know that
shit.
going into
Is
it.
it just canned soup?
No,
but
that's
longer?
a thing.
But longer.
2 weeks ago, he sat me down and presented a PowerPoint presentation with his business idea. I knew he'd been working on an idea, but he didn't want to tell me about it until it was finished. Based on his enthusiasm and his prior seemingly intelligent nature, that's pretty fucking rude.
How bad of an idea is soup tube that you're like, my boyfriend, I thought he was smart. Turns out he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's long cans.
It's double tall cans, so it kind of looks more like a tube than a can.
Won't fit in your shelf, you know.
You know those things that we've completely streamlined to fit in shelves? Let's fuck that. The idea, if you can call it that, is to construct a series of tubes throughout our city that leads to a centralized soup kitchen. For a monthly subscription, a customer can subscribe to a tube of soup, and a tube extension would be built off the nearest mainline tube and directly into the customer's apartment or home. The tubes are basically the size of pipes, like you might see under a sink, but he insisted that it must be called soup tube, not soup pipe. Tube just zings better.
It does. He's correct.
I agree with you. Your boyfriend's a fucking idiot.
That's so unsanitary. Plus,
the infrastructure required.
the infrastructure is required. Also, the varying soups that you would have would all be going through the same pipes. Your soups are never going to taste the same.
Yeah. Could you imagine getting fucking minestrone and then Italian wedding soup? Kill me, right?
Sure.
Kill me, right?
Obviously, the idea is completely insane. The notion that the city would authorize somebody to construct a series of tubes everywhere that could carry soup into homes is, of course, ludicrous.
Mm-hmm.
And even if such an initiative were approved, the cost for such an operation would be ridiculous. You would have to charge outrageous prices for customers to install and subscribe to a soup tube.
Mm-hmm.
And who would pay for such a service when canned soup costs like $1 or $2? I explained these things as politely as I could, but he dismissed them all and said that tube-based soup delivery is the wave of the future.
No, it is not.
He then asked me how much I wanted to invest, and I told him nothing, and he looked absolutely heartbroken. Since then, almost every day, he has asked again for me to invest, and he keeps trying to sell me on the idea.
Yikes.
I'm at a loss as to how he can believe such a stupid idea is worthwhile. Second, it's really goddamn annoying to be asked on a daily basis to invest in a system of soup tubes. And third, I'm also concerned for his sanity.
I am too.
Other than his apparent obsession with this, though, he has shown no other signs. I would like some advice as to how I can reason with him, or season with him, or whether I should even continue this relationship.